Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Dakota, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this purple cut crease moment with a little bit of like a cutout. I actually saw this video, I think it was like Instagram or TikTok, and I scrolled up past this video and it was like a really quick video, but she did like a black and brown version, like a smoky version of this look, and I really liked the technique of not fully like cutting the entire crease and leaving that little space blank. So I wanted to go ahead and create my own version of this look, and today we came up with this beautiful purple moment. So if you'd like to see how to create this look, then just go ahead and keep on watching. With any kind of makeup today, I'm going to go ahead and take my Sunbum Face 50 sunscreen, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that all over my face, and I usually use about a quarter size amount. And then I just go ahead and rub it in between my fingers and go ahead and apply it to the face. If you're looking to kind of upgrade your makeup routine this year, I highly recommend incorporating a sunscreen because I've noticed it's been pretty beneficial to the overall like feel to my face, and I'm not getting sunburnt. Before I did this, in past years, I would do my makeup, and by the time I was done with my day in the summer, I would take off my makeup and I would actually be sunburnt underneath my makeup. So I highly recommend incorporating a sunscreen before you do any kind of makeup. Brows, and for today we're going to be using the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. And this technique has changed too. I know that I haven't really shown you guys how I do my brows in the past, but I'll go ahead and show you on camera. Instead of drawing, because I used to draw a line up top and a line down bottom to make sure they were like, I don't know, like Instagram brows, I've actually been using more of like a natural approach to brows, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to do that now. So my camera just quit filming on that part, but all I did was create a line right here at the bottom of the brow. And then now I'm going to be also taking this, and if there's any sparse areas, I'm just going to be creating little brush strokes with the product, kind of like feathering it in. Then you're going to use this fully side, and what I do is I go ahead and brush that product from the bottom line that I made upwards, like so. Okay, and once I've got that feathered out, I go ahead and just comb the brows again, and that is one brow complete. Next step in my makeup routine is to go ahead and use an eyeshadow primer. So today I'm going to be using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and what I like to do is I like to apply this first, but then also this doesn't really give you a good base. So like it looks like it would be like pigmented and it would like cover your eyelid, but it's kind of like more like a clear eyeshadow primer, and it does a really good job. But I like to go ahead and also add a little bit of the Maybelline Fit Me concealer on top of this, just to make sure that my base is even and it's ready for eyeshadow. Not sure what I expected when I bought this. I thought that it would have more coverage and that it would have more like color correcting capabilities as an eyeshadow primer. But like I said, it's more of like a clear, almost like a glossy consistency. So I go ahead and apply it, and I don't rub it out yet, and then I use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This thing is worn out. It's ready for the trash can. I need to go buy a new one, unfortunately, or try maybe a new eyeshadow primer. But I go ahead and take this, and then I go ahead and do about 2 dots, just like that. And since this is my personal tube, I just go ahead and apply it straight to the eyelid. But if you want to be a little more sanitary, you can totally apply this to your finger and then go ahead and blend out your eyeshadow primer. Next, I use like a flat eyeshadow brush like this one, and I go ahead and blend out the primer. Next step in my makeup routine is my eyeshadow, and this is always my favorite. Yeah, it's kind of like the hardest part of any look that I do because it's trying to figure out what kind of vibe I'm going for that day, and if I want to look like snatched, natural, dramatic, you know, it really depends on my mood and what I'm wanting to go for, you know, what kind of vibe I want to give off with my makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and figure that out, and then I'll be back on camera to show you guys how to create whatever look I'm creating today. I decided that I want to go ahead and do kind of like a purple glam kind of look, because I saw like this look on TikTok that looked really cool, and I kind of wanted to recreate it in my own way. Hers, I'm not quite sure what her username was, but she created this beautiful, like, almost like cut crease where it had like a line here, and then it had a line, kind of like a winged line on the outer corner, and hers was like black and brown, and it was like really smoky. Today I'm gonna be try to recreate that look, but I'm gonna make it my own vibe. I'm gonna go with purple today. Before I etch out any of the lines, I'm gonna go ahead and take a transition shade from my BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Contour Palette. This palette is crusty and dusty, and I've had it for about 6 years now, but it still works. It's, you know, you don't have to have expensive products to create really good looks. You can use whatever you have lying around. If you guys have like a bronzer, or even if you guys have like these little, e.l.f. makes these little eyeshadow things, and they're like $2, and you get like 4 colors in them. You could use one of these as your transition. You could even use one of these to create an entire look. So you don't need expensive products to create really nice makeup looks. You can just use whatever you have lying around, and that's what I'm doing today. Is I'm just going to be taking this cool toned bronzer shade onto a fluffy brush. It's a fluffy eyeshadow brush that looks like this, and this is going to be going into my crease. Starting from the outside of my crease, I'm going to go ahead and just work it in. By the way, I did not set in that eyeshadow primer because I find my eyeshadows stick a lot better if I'm not setting the eyeshadow primer, so just leave it. Let it sit for about 1 to 2 minutes, but don't put any like powder over it, just let it be. And that helps the eyeshadow grab to the eyeshadow primer a lot better, and it lasts throughout the day longer. So yeah, that cool tone bronzer just goes right there. I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye, and we're going to move on with the look. Using a little brush like this, and then I'm also going to be taking this black shade from the palette that shall not be named because I don't want to be canceled. And I'm just going to go ahead and load my brush up with that black shade, and I'm going to go ahead and start placing those lines. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and place a line right here. Just working from the outer corner up, kind of like creating a wing. Like so. And then also taking it into the eyelid a little bit. Just like that. I'm going to be taking it again, and I'm going to be creating a line right here. And I like to make a fake crease just because I have hooded eyes, and I like my eyes to look a little more open than what they actually are. I'm going to be placing that line right there. You don't have to worry about it being perfect because we're going to go in with a blending brush and buff it out. You can see it kind of looks kind of messy and sloppy right now, so I'm just taking that same fluffy brush that we used for the transition shade, and I'm going to go ahead and buff it out a little bit. Just like this, working in kind of windshield wiper motion, just buffing out the black. Just like so. I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. Next, I'm going to be grabbing this purple shade right here, and I'm going to go ahead and place that over top where we put the black, and then we're going to use the fluffy brush and blend it out again. So I'll see you guys when it's time to blend it out, because you guys already know the placement where I'm going to be putting these colors. I'm just going to be putting them over the black lines that we already created. Right now, to blend out the purple, I'm going to be using a new brush, and I'm going to be taking this light purple here, and I'm just going to slightly buff out the edges of the purple. A part in the process that is going to hopefully tie in this look. I don't know, I've never done a look like this before, but I like to always say just trust the process when you're doing your makeup, because in the end, you add a pair of lashes, everything will look fine, right? So I'm going to be taking the Morphe Fluidity Concealer, and I think this is in 0003. This is just a white one, like the lightest concealer they have. It's like paper white. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking that on a clean flat brush like this, and I'm going to be cutting out any areas that we did not put the purple. So all of this will be carved out, as well as this little line here that we skipped. So I'm going to go ahead and do the first eye on camera, and then the other eye just do the same thing, and we'll be ready to move on in this look. Both eyes are evenly carved out. I'm going to go ahead and take my Makeup Revolution Luxury Baking Powder in Ghost, and it's just the white one. And I'm going to be going ahead and taking that same brush I used to carve it out, and I'm just going to pack this right over the Morphe Fluidity Concealer, and I'll be right back. This is pretty self-explanatory. You're just going to go ahead and dump out your powder into a container or on a surface that you can pick it up with, and literally just tap it over the concealer. So I'll see you guys in just a second. This is the look so far with the powder packed on top of the concealer. I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of mascara off camera, and then we're going to go in and we're going to apply these Kiss Mink Effects lashes. So just go ahead and stay tuned. I'll be right back. To apply these today, I'm going to go ahead and use the Duo Strip Lash Adhesive. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on here, wait for them to get tacky, and then you guys are going to watch me apply them. The lash band, because I just measured this on my eye, is a lot thicker than I thought it would be. So I'm going to go ahead and take the NYX Professional Makeup Vinyl Liquid Liner, and I'm just going to go ahead and create a thin line up here, so then the lash band will just stick to the liner and not look weird and thick. So I'm just going to take it and create a small line right there, leading into the purple, just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye, and then we'll apply the lashes. I'm pretty sure the lashes should by now be tacky, so I'm going to go ahead and use these Kiss lash tweezers, because for whatever reason I don't know where my actual tweezers are, but these are actually made for lashes. I like never use them, so we'll see how they do. I'm just going to go ahead and grip the middle of the lash with this, and I'm going to place it right over that liner. And then I'm going to position them. This might be better with my finger, to be honest. There we go. I don't know, like this lash applicator came in a pack of lashes that I got, but for whatever reason I don't like using it, because the only thing it's pretty much good for is gripping the middle of the lash and setting it on the liner. When you're trying to get the corners, this just does not grab it as well as you think it would. That's why I like using like a regular pair of tweezers, or when I had acrylics, I would use my acrylic nails as tweezers and just pinch them on. Now that the lashes are on, I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation off camera to go ahead and save us time on today's video. If you guys want an updated like foundation routine, or I've actually been contouring my nose now, if you want a nose contour video, let me know down in the comments below if you guys want an updated foundation routine. But I'm going to go ahead and knock out the foundation, the bronzer, the contour, and then we'll be back to go ahead and assess this look and wrap up the video. Right, so I went ahead and finished the foundation off camera, but the eyeshadow isn't really complementing my face shape as well as I want it to. So I'm going to go ahead and take that dark purple shade, and I'm going to go ahead and just smoke it underneath the lash line. just like that. Alright, once I have it smoked out the way I want, I'm going to go ahead and take a white eyeliner and place that into my, what would I call it? Not the tight line, the, the waterline. I'm going to just go ahead and take a white eyeliner into the waterline because my eyes are a little red and irritated. That's probably my fault because I went to this drag racing event and I stood a little too close to the cars. And so I've got pieces of tire and probably pieces of asphalt that got lodged in my eye yesterday. So like my eyes were like very almost swollen and red. And they're still a little irritated. And so I'm just going to go ahead and take some white eyeliner and place it in the waterline. I use the ColourPop, what do they call this one? BFF Cream Gel Liner. I got a pack of these and it came with like 30 or 40 of these. Maybe that's too much, I don't know. Maybe it was like 20. But it came with a whole bunch of different colors of these cream gel liners for like $60. And if you guys don't already know, you guys can sign up for a thing called Afterpay. What that does is it splits up your payments on any beauty products, and they have like a whole other, they have a bunch of websites you can order from, and it splits it up into 4 payments, so you pay one of those 4 payments every 2 weeks, but after you make your first payment towards that, they ship out the product, and then you're just paying on it. So it's kind of like a nice payment plan, and so like these were like $60, but I was paying $15 every 2 weeks, which is not bad. And that's actually where I get a lot of my like higher end makeup products, because I don't like spending too much money on makeup. I mean, you're still obviously paying the same price, but if you get paid like bi-weekly or like monthly, it splits down those payments and makes it much more manageable to be able to afford the things that you would like. Alright, so after I've applied the purple to the lower lash line and a little bit of white into the waterline, this is what it looks like. This was actually kind of a fun look to create. I wanted to go ahead and apologize in advance. I have not uploaded in about 6 months. That's because my life has been kind of hectic. Last year I went through a lot of things, a lot of changes actually, to myself. Mentally, physically, I had a lot of stuff go on last year that just changed me as a person. And last year I didn't even know who I was. Like, I didn't even know who I was. So I took like this massive break from YouTube and posting. I do post pretty regularly actually on TikTok. So I'll go ahead and link my TikTok account below. You can go follow me on there. I post much more frequently on there because it's much more easy to upload a 60-second video than it is to sit down and mentally prepare myself to film a YouTube video or a look. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And comment down below what look I should do next. Don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss a post. And I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next video. Bye!